the more you can deeply rest right now, the more benefit you will cultivate for every area and aspect of your life. In fact, deep rest is now the new hustle, the new hard work. It's replacing effort as we know it to be traditionally, which is struggle, striving, doing a lot, trying hard. And the kind of deep rest that I'm talking about is not opposed to work. It's not in conflict with effort, but it actually gives rise to natural, inspired action, an effortless doing. Because the deep rest that I'm talking about is the recognition of who and what you are. It is the resting in your natural state. You, before forms, before names, before definitions, before labels, before any attributes or qualities, before any perceptions or experiences, or any conceptions or perceptions at all, is the real you, which is presence, pure awareness, consciousness. And when you deeply rest in that natural state of pure awareness, there is an infinite intelligence which rises to the surface, which comes online and becomes the prominent activity or cause of all of the actions, all of the decisions, all of the choices, all of the movements, all of the interactions of your day-to-day experience. And when you can cultivate this deep rest in between and even beneath, before, during everything that you're doing, then you are well and truly aligning with your true self. And this is not some kind of advanced monk-like destination. It's not some high realization. It is simply the recognition that you're aware. You know, moments when you just remember that you're alive and a gratitude wells up and perhaps even overwhelms you. Simply the clear seeing and knowing that you are here and now, and that you get to experience everything that you're experiencing, regardless of how beautiful or difficult or enjoyable or challenging it may be. When you recognize your true state, you see that all of it is actually a blessing. It's actually a gift. It's actually bliss because of the fact that you can even experience it. You know, there are a lot of things in our world, especially in our modern world, that we have come to take for granted, right? We have become sort of oblivious to. We just sort of overlook these things now. But perhaps the number one thing that we take for granted is the fact that we exist. The fact that you're aware, the simple recognition of your beingness is the most profound realization that there is. And it is the orienting principle. It is the activating light. It is the point of alignment for everything that you can do. It unlocks the possibilities. It uncovers your potential. It aligns you with the path of least resistance. It uncovers the law of least effort. It is literally the simplest, truest way forward through ease and grace. And when you prioritize each moment that you remember to deeply rest, maybe when you're standing in line to pay for a coffee or your groceries, or in between meetings at work, or maybe it's just on your way back home from wherever you're coming from, or as you walk down the stairs, or as you brush your teeth. Any simple moment where there is the possibility, which is in truth every moment, where you can remember that you are. Not that you are who you think you are. Not this person, not this body, not this mind, not this story, not this circumstance, not these opportunities, but the very fact that you are. That is the most immediate and supreme access into gratitude and bliss and joy and an unconditional causeless happiness, which is true, not as an emotion which is fleeting, but as your natural state. And that directs your life and informs your life and guides your life into pure joy, into pure happiness, because it is where you're coming from. You see, so many times, so often, we are seeking something, seeking happiness, seeking joy, seeking fill in the blank, freedom. But we're coming from lack. We're coming from limitation. We're coming from feeling separate from life. But when we come from wholeness, when we come from unconditional love, when we come from that causeless joy, which is our natural state, then it is inevitable that we will find it. And perhaps that is the meaning of that famous ancient saying, "Seek ye first the kingdom of heaven, and everything shall be added unto you." Because that is finding within yourself, uncovering and realizing within yourself all that you are. And then, my friends, you get what you give. And when you nurture the roots of your being, right? When you nurture the roots of your state of mind, when you nurture the roots of your present, the fruits of that tree of life that you are inevitable. But the moment that you turn your attention to the fruits and give them significance and wrap your own meaning and worth up into those fruits, then they become rotten and the tree cannot produce more. And this is an analogy, but I think it's conveying the point here is that you are already all that you seek. And when you remember that, and when you realize that, and when you realign with that truth, life reflects that recognition. And then you have everything, because you are remembering that you're already everything. So that very simple fact that I am, the presence of I am, before I am this or I am that, but just the fact that I am, is the greatest gift that you can give yourself in each and every moment that you can choose to remember it. And that is a deep rest which is available to you in every single moment. Before, during, and after every activity, every choice, everything that you do. And in fact, it can be the underlying presence which you can remain aware of in everything that you do. And then you are truly coming from that wholeness, that completion, that perfection. And then life reflects that.